focus.
On page 1, I've got 3 problems that deal with exponents, square roots, and what are called radicals. That is a radical sign. There's no number here, and in this case, because of that, it's implied to be a square root sign. If you see a 3 there as an index on those, it'd be a cube root. Now we have a little bit of that I've seen on the test that's expected of you. We have a couple of problems to help you with that. But here, we're dealing with 2 very similar problems right here. You know what, this is the easiest problem of the 3 of them. This right here is the same radical, 5. Since they are, but they have the same square root factor there, called a radical, that radical 5, you can add the quantity as if these were pairs of shoes. Like here's 8 pair of shoes plus 3 pair of shoes, give away a pair of shoes. That's literally how you handle this kind of a problem. So you've got your 8 of them plus 3 of them minus 1 of them equals 10 of them. And what are them? Radical 5. Yes, just leave the animal alone. Don't mess with it. It's like an unknown quantity. Just leave them be. It's 10 radical 5. Now, over here, they're asking you to square this. Well, it's not a FOIL problem because you don't have a sign in between. But it is multiplying the quantities that you can. There's a couple of ways to do it. Really a multiple. I treat it a little like a FOIL just to keep it similar for students. So I just rewrite it like this, and kids tend to understand that. So let me do that with you. You keep the numbers the same, and you deal with the radicals separately. So you just connect the numbers. 3 times 3? Yes, genius. 9. Very good. Now, you've got the radical. I usually go ahead and do it this way. I just put a radical there to show we're dealing with both of them. Then I have the 2 times the 2, which of course is, I knew you knew that, and the x times the x. There. Now, you go back through. Here's how you handle it. You've got 9 outside times everything there. Put your 9 down. What's the square root of 4? Since that's a square root sign. Pull the square root out since you now know it. What's the square root of 4? That's right. You multiply times 2. And what is the square root of x squared? The square root of x squared, of course, is x. 9 times 2 is 18, and you have your x. Believe it or not, when you square 3 radical 2x, your answer is 18x. Same way here. You go right ahead, put your 5 radical 3y. Now my writing is terrible. I agree. I'm just scratching it out right now. The 5 times 5, that's right, you knew that. Now, on this part here, the radical left over, 3 times 3 is 9, y times y squared, which of course is 25, and the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of y squared is y. Therefore, the final answer, 3 times 25, 3/4, 75y. So when you see that, use the process and get the easy results. It's not as confusing as it looks. They keep it really pretty simple. Good job.